I said you want to be starting something, you got to be starting something. Said you want to be starting something, you got to be starting something. Oh shit! Oh, you were supposed to hit me with the yeah. You was like, fuck it, we at the end.
We at the end.
Mama say, mama say.
Let's get some part people
First of
want.
all, shout out to the king. He released Thriller. I think it was in the 80s, right? So goddamn.
You know, while you were singing that, 82. I was just thinking, what would it take for you to cancel Michael Jackson? Because you know what my mind always goes.
Listen, we're not gonna do that because we ain't got too many kings left. We got rid of a few.
I don't want to hear it.
I don't want to hear it because look at you. You want to be starting something. You got to be starting something.
I don't cancel nobody.
Oh shit, y'all, we back.
I don't cancel nobody, so I'm always good. But yes, wasn't you the one last time talking about don't tell them, stop saying we back? I
mean, like we're back for this week. You kept saying like we're back, like and here we are again. I mean, like we've been back.
So nothing.
Like, we're not back, but we back.
So here we are again. What's changed is that we're gonna have a new episode. What hasn't changed is I still have this tuberculosis cough. So.
Because he refuses to actually take medicine like a real
medicine is something created by the white man.
Okay, and still you're dying. So dying or taking it by the white man. Which one's really worse at this point? Like you can't die yet because we're not married, and that means I can't have any of your stuff. And I really like that TV and the dog. So technically,
so you are acknowledging that courage is mine.
You said what happened? No. He's in your name. I don't think he's yours, but on paper, he's in your name. So there's a difference there. In my heart, no. On paper, technically.
Still not yes.
Let's start there. All right, tell the people who you are. The fuck?
You know who it is. Mikey Rocks, 3X's cousin Nasty.
Yeah, I know. And his Nia.Biaa. Enjoying the nastiness. All right, let me stop.
How you been? It's been a week since we recorded, since we last spoke to the people. How you been?
Out here living my best Black life. It hasn't been a bad week. I don't think it has been. Even if it has, like I'm on such a high right now that I don't even remember. I won't lie to you.
Well, a bitch was definitely in Cali on a real high. Like I was at that high as shit. I ain't gonna hold you. Like,
oh my god! You're out here telling all the people about your recreations. Go ahead, live your best life
on the white man's dollar. But it was a really cool trip. Went out there, went to Anaheim. We went to Disney downtown for the first time. I got a big ass Goofy hat. So, which some
I'm about to say something mad petty. I really was.
Which some people were a little bit had some slick comments to make, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna live my childhood up until I'm still a child, so I don't really care. But
Disney World is not for actual children, and people who actually take their kids there, like I kind of loathe them a little bit because this shit is not for them. It's for us. Yeah, like they don't remember Aladdin like I remember Aladdin. Like you wasn't here when Mermaid was out, my guy. Like you wasn't with us shooting in the gym. You ain't have the comforter like we did. Like, come on, let's be real. You ain't have the VHS like we did. You ain't earned this.
Yeah, you remember popping that bitch in there and you say, "Oh shit, I forgot to rewind it."
I forgot, yo. That used to blow my. I would be like, "Yo, do I really even want to watch this shit now?" Because then you gotta sit there for all the 5 minutes.
Fact, it's not like you could just you can't touch the screen and put the shit all the way to the back. You guys really just sit there and just be like, "All right, bro." Like,
when DVDs came out, I thought that was the best thing smoking. My God.
Fact,
I was what?
When you could pick scenes.
Oh, what? You could just jump to your favorite part?
Bro, that blew my fucking mind. Remember all the extra, and then extra, because I was at bootleg, so I never really got the extra features. But I thought it was cool.
You know what it is? I feel like people with DVDs, unless you really fucked with that movie, you wasn't watching the fucking features anyway. That was a waste of film.
Yeah. I kind of, oh shit. Ooh, yawning. But,
are you tired? Are you not here for the people? Are you not awake for the people?
Listen. If y'all knew what I did these past 2 days, I always wanted the special feature because they had games sometimes. I always wanted to play the games. I didn't really care for to watch them. I just wanted to play the games.
My favorite movies, I would probably watch the special features just so I could.
That's the thing that you were actually
because that was before I DMB or BMD or whatever, you know, where it tells you like all the facts and shit. Yeah, like that was like the first of its kind. Like they just put the extra stuff on there and had like the director talking. I would just stare at it and be like, oh my God, I didn't know that. You know, I like
that's the thing. Like different to me and you was like you were actually like a fan of shit. Like I was never really a fan of anything, so I didn't really care. Like I wasn't gonna be out here like I want the Harry Potter series.
I mean, but you were a fan though. Basketball. So the way you like was watching like you know, like looking at stats and the way you like, you know, looked at highlights and watched that was the my games, special like, features. That's how I felt about like.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, like,
that was my. I used to do that like every week. I would be on YouTube looking for like, cause you know how people have like a day in the life type shit, or they would be like follow this team as they go through a like training camp or whatever. But I used to watch that shit all the time, bro. Like, I watched that more than like the game itself. I just
see. I told you. Like, listen, we all geek out about something. It's just what it is.
That's a fact.
What it is.
That's a fact.
It's just what it is. I believe that movies have really ruined TV shows because they're just too fucking long. Like, I need something that's like maximum 3 hours. I get in, I get out, I get up. I know about all the characters. I got the plot, the beginning, middle, end. Boom. You know what's over. We've had a ride. The ride is over.
You know,
it's like a roller coaster. Funny. You get on the ride, off, and I'm good.
It's funny you bring up like the length of shit. I remember there was, I don't know if you remember, there was a time when movies was hella short. It was like maybe like
hour and a half.
2010s, right? It shifted from like 2 hours to like an hour and 20 hours. And I was like, what the fuck? I used to be cursing up a storm. I paid all this money to be leaving here and the plot ain't even developed.
In 20 minutes.
Like shit like that. Nowadays, a movie go past an hour and 30. Shit, you basically just tell me I'm paying money to take a nap. Cause that shit just
basically.
So I don't know what happened, but it's just like I don't know. Like it makes me wonder. Like in being like in the information age and like the technology age, is we really just to the point now where like 2 hours is just too long? Like
I mean, but yeah, like even if you listen to music, it's definitely like what's been happening. Like songs now don't even really hit 2 minutes. Like by the time it feels like the song should be like really getting into its bag, it's over.
I hate songs.
I was listening to a couple of songs and I'm like, why do I feel like I'm listening to the song? Like I keep replaying it because I feel like I'm missing something. I'm not missing something. The song just keeps ending at 1:59 and that's like it's too early for me.
Facts. And then with that should be like it'd be like a minute and 59 or be like 2 minutes and 20 seconds. And it'd be like a minute and 30 if it is just a hook. Just for an hour.
The end, nigga. And then it's over.
And then like some type of ad-lib or some shit like that. And then it's over. And I'm like, all right, like, well.
They making that shit for like drunk people or people like on drugs.
I realized that.
Because like if you in the club, like you need to quit. By the time you get to the second chorus, people are over it. Like they making it so like the DJs don't even have to do work no more. You just play the whole regular song.
That's a fact. It's really club because it's really because when you really think about it, like the song in the club or a party only plays about a minute and 30, 2 minutes, and they playing the hook. So you make hook music, it's gonna get played. DJ don't gotta edit it. You right? So
that shit really blows mine because it's like I feel like the quality of music is just like
shut up. No,
down the drain.
No, don't say that because you consume all of it.
Stop. Let Travis Scott go. Nobody's talking about your precious.
No. But what I'm saying is like you're gonna don't say the quality music has not gone down. The quality's not going down.
But I feel like it has, like, because my thing is like the type of music that I personally like, right? Or personally grew up listening to. I didn't get to listen to a lot of like the popular things growing up. So I never really gravitated towards like all of the popular music. I had to listen to more of like literally the oldie but goodie. So like before we even started like recording, I was like, yeah, you ain't never woke up and like your mother was playing like the the old school, you knew it was time to clean, like so I'm growing up listening to Michael. I'm growing up listening to like Al Green and Patti LaBelle, and so their songs are 7 minutes, right? So I said, all right, that's a little too long for me, but like I'm here for the shits, right? Like that's when like they really got in their music bag. And then I felt like early 2000s we were like at the 4 minute mark, and I can deal with that because I felt like it really like I feel like songs just don't really tell you stories anymore. And that's what I like miss about music. Like I feel like they lost the story, like telling aspect of it. There are still a few artists out there that obviously can give it to you, like a Kendrick, like a J. Cole, like a Drake, like a You know what I mean? Like even Summer Walker's album wasn't bad at all. Like I really fucked with, or like a Wale. Like they can give you stories, but a lot of this shit is like popcorn.
Speaking of that,
like
let's talk about the
ish.
Wale
Like it's
album
quick.
after this. But God, I don't know if you listened to it yet. Did you?
Yeah,
I bet
listen
we'll
to
talk
it.
about that in a second. But here's what he's want to say: quality of music hasn't gone down, and I think people are too caught up in this narrative of like, oh, the music has changed. Listen to what you were just saying. The nigga was saying, "Mama say, Mama sa, Mamakusa." What the fuck does that mean, bro?
First of all, it's an African dialect. Like I can't remember exactly what language it is, but they're actually saying
That
something.
ain't saying
So
shit, bro. And all the times
they
all
actually
the
are
times
saying
we heard
something. That is
Michael,
mad
all the times
disrespectful.
Michael was up in there.
Okay, but like that is literally like words though.
No,
like,
but what I'm saying is like
people from that place. You're mad disrespectful.
But what I'm saying,
you really just equated his ad lib to like actual words. Wow, somebody's gonna jump you, and I'm gonna watch.
Man, look, listen. What I'm saying is this. Look, remember this. All right, I'll take this then. I'll take this because I'll give you that one, right? Mm-hmm. But if you look at like,
this should be our short episode. I'm just jacking it.
Oh, shut up.
I'm just keep going.
But
keep going.
But fuck, you threw me off my thingy.
You talking about his ad libs and like
so like remember this? I had this conversation. I think it was with you before. You remember the song "The Breaks"? That shit.
These are the breaks.
That shit was like that was okay. Shut up. Oh, excuse me. I want to hear you sing, bro.
Yes, they do. The fuck?
Literally nobody I've ever heard.
They're literally tuning in.
Nobody has gone to me and said, "Yo, your girl."
They listen to you to get like frustrated, and then they listen to me to make sense. That's what they're here for. Giving the people what they want.
So like the Breaks was considered like one of the, if not the first, conscious hip hop song. That shit came out, I think, late 80s, early 90s, something like that, right? So before that, when like the people we hold to be the legends, Grandmaster Flash, you know what I mean? Who's the other mother? Africa Bambaataa, all those people. Them niggas is making party records that had no words in them. And those people are quote unquote.
Yeah, but I'm not talking
legends.
about like.
But what I'm saying is, it's like we consider that to be the golden age. We hold those people in such high esteem. Why can't Young Thug go and just and do whatever the fuck he wants to do? Or Quavo.
But Young Thug is a pretty good like storyteller. I mean, like, you know, he makes you feel things and yada yada with his music, whatever.
Fine, we'll take.
What I'm talking more of like music as a whole, music as like a. Well, like music isn't a genre, but you get what I'm saying. Like it it's losing its, in my opinion, its value to tell a story, like effectively.
I disagree.
Like
there's too much good music out there to say that.
I just feel like it's more. But I'm saying I feel like it's more like sometimes I turn the radio on every once in a while because I'm like, Nia, like step out of your bag, right? There's people I like to listen to, and you know I like storytelling rap. I like conscious rap. I like, you know, black centric type of rap type stuff like that. You know, I love R&B, like that's my shit. I love music. I love pop. I love rock, alternative rock. I'm there for it. Metal is nasty. I don't listen to heavy metal, but there's people out here who like it, so fuck it, right? But like, I just feel like, especially in like the hip hop era, like there's just so many songs out there. Like, one, I don't know what the fuck they're saying. 2, it's so quick and it's so fast. 3, you didn't really say anything while you were on there. So I feel like it's more like club dominated versus like content dominated. And that's the part that I feel like that's.
But what's wrong with that?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that's my opinion. Like if that's what.
But you're saying it's wrong because you're saying the quality is going down.
No, I'm saying I want that back for myself. Like I wish that I could have like, if you know, era or whatever, like I said, I would probably go back to the early 2000s, like 90s, 2000s, because I felt like there was such a great mix of it. I feel like one is overpowering the other now. Like I felt like, and I was younger, so like obviously I might be like romancing it, you know, like the rose-colored glasses.
You definitely
like
are.
That. But I'm saying I felt like there was a little bit more of a balance, and now I'm not feeling like there's a balance. I feel like there's more poppy shit, and I feel like there's more like club shit, like whether that's like hip hop or rap or, you know, pop club shit. And I think we're just losing the essence of content. That's my only thing.
It's
I feel like the content area is suffering.
I think there's 2 things to say to that. Number one, 3 things actually. Number one, it's not that music as a whole is changing. Well, if you were to say that what's being pushed to the front and being pushed to the masses to see first is changing, I might agree there. Because yes, club records are put out first. Yeah, I mean, what's gonna get a quick like on Instagram is gonna put first, like, because the lit lifestyle is what's cool now. So if you're saying that's what's being pushed to the front first, yes. However, go on datpiff.com right now. You're not a mixtape person, but all the music you're looking for is in mixtapes. It's not albums. It's not on the radio.
No, my thing is, like, no, there are
I'm not
people
done
out
yet. I'm
there
not done
like,
yet.
excuse me.
You'll be the first one. Don't cut me off, Michael.
I said, head, sir.
All right. So what I'm saying is like everything you're looking for is there. You're just not listening to it. You're not listening to Theophilus London. You're not listening to like all these underground rappers or backpack rappers who give you all those things you're looking for. So I wouldn't say that the music as if you were listening to those people, then you wouldn't say that music as a whole has gone down, because those people are there.
I didn't say that. I said that there is an imbalance, I feel like. And that's what
I'm saying. But there's not. All those people are there.
You literally just said that there is things that are being pushed to the front, and I used to feel as if like there was an equal amount of pushing from both sides. Like,
if you're talking about was mainstream, yes.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you're turning
that's not what you said.
before, that's what I'm trying to explain. Like, if I turn on the radio
up here,
shut
you do the whole
up.
time.
It's
What's
me
in your head
now.
is not what's coming out.
I'm talking now. Dang, like you had your bag. Let me respond.
You always do that shit. What's in your head is not what's coming out.
Can I please? Please. Thank you. Damn. What I'm saying is, when I used to turn on radio on, even if you want to go to like 2010, I used to feel as if there was better content and there was more of a balance being pushed on both sides. Like, whether it was like, I'm obviously talking like the black side. So like, let's take pop out of it. Like, cause I don't really consider that to be like black-esque, right? Like, obviously it's black people over here, but whatever. I don't feel like when I press the radio and I turn that on now, there is that balance. Like you said, they're pushing a certain sound, and I personally just don't care for that certain sound all the time. I feel like every single song sounds like that. Like, it's pushy, it's like clubby, it's quick, and then it's over. They're not really saying anything, and then it's done. And that frustrates me, because I'm like you said, do you feel like music is being ruined because you need that? Like, I need it now. I need it to be quick. It can't be too long. And I feel like that is ruining the content, and that's ruining the quality, because they're pushing such quick music so fast. There's so much music out there. Like, Sir is out there. Like, I don't know how to say his name properly, but Masego or Masag, whatever, right? Beautiful works of art that they just put out. Well, not Masego. I think it's Masego. If I'm pronouncing this wrong, I am so sorry, but his wasn't too recent. However, like, his music is really great. It's very soul. It's like jazzy. Like, Sir is very R&B, like really like traditional type stuff, and I fuck with it. On top of like sounding like it's from this era still, and it's quality. Like, it doesn't end in a minute and a half. I don't want my shit to end in a minute and a half. I want to feel it. I want to go through all the emotions. I want to hear what you have to say about the person that you love or you don't love anymore, the people you fall out with, or you going through hard times. Like, you telling me to, like, you know, the whips and the ice and all that other stuff, that's cool too. And every once in a while, I really want to turn up. But that's like every once in a while. And it's no longer every once in a while. It's an everyday thing, and it's an all day thing. And that's what bothers me. So, like, the things that they're pushing is what's bothering me. Like, not necessarily me thinking that all music is just like shitty, because I'd be lying if I say I don't download a good amount of like current music, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. I would say that even listening to what you're saying right there, what you're saying, I'd even change my stance so much to say that we're not nothing's actually really changed. Because if you're talking about the radio, there's not been one time where people's B-sides was put on the radio. What's put on the radio is singles.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, it's not like for example, you take Control, right?
Mm-hmm. Like
The Weeknd, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Control. I don't know if there's another one.
But I mean,
no, I wasn't
being
Janet
Jackson Control. Like, that's why I'm like,
I didn't know that.
I don't know where you're going here. It's not an album, but it's the name of a song. So that's why I'm like, where you at? But we here, okay.
You take Control, right? The Weeknd's gonna go on the radio because it's it's catchy. It has a controversial line, things like that.
But she's telling a story in it, though. All right, so when I speak, you better not say it better be pin dropping this bitch. I bet you got it. Go ahead.
Well, that was gonna make it on, but Pretty Little Birds ain't gonna go on because it's not as catchy, and it doesn't do that. Now, with that, I'm talking about something being catchy. What goes on the radio is what's catchy, right?
Right.
With that being said, on Cardi had very conscious songs, but what made it on the radio? The shake your ass stuff, the ratchet stuff, I'm gonna fuck you up stuff, like Bodak, that went on the radio. So it's not that. It's not. You go back before, like, what was on the radio? Jay-Z's "Girls, Girls, Girls" was on the radio. It wasn't the other songs on the album on Blueprint that were much more conscious. Like if you really go off
and then you also had like Keisha. I'm sorry, keep going. All right, hurry up, then, because you
like if you like, I'm gonna give you 3 Tupac singles.
Oh my God, why 3? Give me one. So I can respond.
Fuck it, I'll give you one.
Thank you.
Ambitions as a rider. Jesus Christ, you're killing me. Ambitions as a rider. If you let that tell Tupac, huh?
Nothing, guys.
Yeah, I can't even talk about it. Man, fuck it. Go ahead.
Tupac.
Nah, bro, go ahead.
Get your shit off.
Nah, I don't care anymore. I'm good. Say what you had to say. We didn't even get to the episode yet, bro. Say what you got to say.
No, I told you this is the episode now. This is just about to be the short one. I'm telling you, we might as well. It's already a good conversation. We still ain't even touched Wale yet, so we might as well make this the 40-minute one and keep it pushing.
Not 40 minutes.
Well, we almost at 30, so we can't make it 30. We still got shit to talk about.
You dead ass?
I'm dead serious. Look, 22.
Oh, fuck.
It don't matter. You can't speak no way. Anyways, so what I'm saying is, like, yeah, back then you definitely had like the club shit, obviously. But like, when was the last time you heard like a ballad on the radio? A ballad, not like a slow song, but dead ass like a ballad. When was the last time you heard something like?
I don't listen to the radio. What the fuck? You don't even listen to the radio. You don't listen to the radio. What are you talking about? It's not when I turn on the radio. You don't listen to the radio.
Are you done? But it was still on the fucking radio. So when
you don't listen to the radio. How are you talking about something you don't listen to?
I literally just told you, like, every once in a while, like at least once a week, I will sit there and I will press and turn the radio on just to hear. I just want to hear it, and I will listen to it for like a couple hours just so I can understand like what is happening in the world, because obviously Apple knows my whole life and is going to curate content that they know I'm going to like and want to listen to. So sometimes I try and step out of that bag. And I'm thinking to myself, and I've been thinking of this for years. When was the real life last time I really heard like a ballad on the radio? Like a real life like love song or like a heartbreak song.
When they have those mixes, when it's those times on the radio.
When? But that's what I'm saying. Like, if it's not a throwback, I don't hear it. Like, when was the last time I heard something like Keisha Cole Love? I remember when what was that movie came out with Jennifer Hudson, and I'm telling you that with the Dream Girls. Come on, tell me you know what I'm talking about. And I am telling you. Wow. So. Anyway, yeah, I'm not going.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that was like ballad. When that shit came out, it was on the radio. It would not come off of the radio.
You know what you sound like right now?
Old people, yes, I know.
Yes, bro.
But that's what I'm.
There's love songs now.
You said what happened? Where?
Okay, just because you don't consider Party Next Door's shit love, it's a love song.
First of all, Party Next Door never gave a love song in his fucking life. All
right.
Say you want to be with one girl and then the other girl and then the other girl.
That's their love. That's what it is. That's a love song.
Their love is toxic.
Bryson Tiller was putting out love songs for a while.
That's a love song? Those are love songs?
He was putting out love songs. What's his name? Tory Lanez. You just don't agree with it. It is different. But don't say it's not happening.
No, that's not. But I'm saying, I asked you, when was the last time you seen a ballad? And you told me about a love song. I said,
what the fuck is a ballad? What's a ballad?
Look this shit up and then you let me know when was the last time you heard a ballad on the fucking
we'll look
radio?
up ballad right now.
And you let me know. Because the stuff I hear on the radio is literally all the same
A
things.
poem or song narrating a story in short stanzas. Traditional ballads are typically of unknown authorship. That doesn't matter. Is that what the fuck you were talking about? No, I'm probably not. Because you just be pulling words out your ass just to make them fit. It's not what you were talking about.
Do you have a problem with me, sir? Do you have a problem? Let me know, because
so with that being said,
I will take the flight to Florida. It's nothing. It's really nothing. It's really nothing. It's nothing.
Love songs are on the radio.
This week will come off.
I love hood niggas, because when you just about to lose, you say, "I fucking fight me then."
No, because the way you talking to me is mad crazy. Like, fight me then. Like, if we got problems, we got problems. Like, you be up here next week. So what's up?
Look, all I'm saying is, I hope. Listen, for everybody, this actually gonna be our post for the week. Please listen to this podcast. Listen to this episode, and for that week, for the week we post this one, and let us know who won. Because
if you actually enjoy, I'm about to sound real old. If you actually enjoy good music, then I would win.
Good music. Good music. I'm dead.
Bring it back. Bring it back. Bring it back. Like, you know what? You know what I feel like? I feel like J. Cole's 1985. That encompasses how I feel about a lot of different things. Listen to that song, and then we can talk.
I don't remember it.
Well, go to his last album, play it, and then you let me know. All I'm saying is that I would like,
you know what niggas I hate?
Well, hold on. I would just like a little bit more diversity if we're gonna have it on the radio, because I already know I'm gonna be biased. But goddamn, give me something other than the same, like, 3 Migos songs over and over.
But if those were your shits, then you wouldn't have a problem. So zip it.
You said what happened?
If those were your shits, it wouldn't be a problem.
No, but the problem is like, they are my shits, and I'm still tired of hearing those same 3 songs. Give me anything that sounds exactly the same, or something like. I'm tired of the repetitiveness. I feel like it got really repetitive, and I want more diversity. Like, and I don't feel like that's bad to ask.
What you're looking for
more diverse things.
You're looking for your shuffle on your phone. That's not what radio is.
Radio is about cycling those songs.
Radio is about cycling the song every hour. It's every hour is the same shit. That's what the radio is.
Cool. And what I'm also saying is, stop playing the same 3 things over. Like, even within the hour, I understand, like, 1 hour they're going to play it, and then the hour next they're going to play it again, and then the next hour they're going to play it again. But it used to feel like, which I could be wrong, it used to feel like at least there was diversity within that hour. And that's fine if you feel that way. I really don't care. I do not. Hey, look at me. Look at me. Look at me. I am the captain. I do not care.
Okay.
What do you have to say about Wale's album?
First off, I'm extremely happy that he finally made an album that I think he wanted to make. So I'm glad because I feel like from him, I was hearing a lot of like, well, I got to do this to sell, or there was a lot of like the passive aggressive posts and everything about, I got to do this to make it in the business. I got to put this out. And I was like, he finally just made what he wanted to make. And then I listened to the whole album, and at the end is pole dancing. And I got so fucking mad.
Wait, so you're saying, are you wait, like, it doesn't
pole dancer
fit?
doesn't fit. It doesn't fit.
Oh,
maybe somewhere else it's a good I don't really like that. I ain't gonna lie, I just don't like this song. I don't like Meg Thee Stallion as an artist, really. Like, I think she can rap.
Wait, what?
I think she can rap. I'm not saying I'm not gonna get up here and say, oh, Meg can't rap. The shorty can rap. Shorty can rap her ass off.
Yeah.
But I'm not out here looking for Meg tracks. Like, that's me, and I think that's I hope that the Black Women Coalition can understand that everybody's not a fan of Meg Thee Stallion.
We don't.
Okay,
we don't.
Cool. All right, cool.
I will say that it didn't fit the album.
She said something problematic, and y'all gotta get her out of here.
I don't do that anymore, so I need you to calm it down.
That's a lie.
That's not a lie.
Restore
what I do is
all R. Kelly on your.
No. That man is a pedophile. So what I will not do is support a pedophile knowingly. Like, I will not be knowingly doing that. And I think that that's gross, right? So that's like my own, like, morally thing. I personally don't think, I had to rethink, like, my idea of what it means to cancel people and, like, what does that actually do, right? So what I will say is, like, I will withdraw my support temporarily. I said now, see, you're looking at me and you're taking the old me and what I had to say, and I said I had to rethink it. So what I will do personally is withdraw my support until I personally feel like you have, let's say, redeemed yourself. So to me, it's not the same thing as like canceling. However, I don't necessarily have to outright support you in what you're doing because I don't agree. So when I feel like you've learned your lesson, then I'll say, okay, when I personally feel like that, I will support you again. Like, for example, what is that? That whole Kevin Hart thing, right? Remember when he was talking about like bashing the child's
When he
head
made a joke? When he made a joke?
Yeah, about the, you know, if his son was gay or something like that, he would bash his head open or whatever. I was like,
you think that's funny?
No.
Speaking to the microphone, please. Do you think that's funny?
I am laughing at your face,
I'm not making a face.
Because I think you are making it. The way you're looking at me is making me smile because you're trying to contradict something, and I'm trying to tell you. I'm not.
I just wanted to know if
you
think
are.
that.
Like, I know you're ready because the vein is popping out of your head, bro.
I just want to know if you think
and
Kevin
I know
Hart's
what that means.
I just want to know. What do you think? Speak put and speak into the microphone.
It's into the mic.
Did you find Kevin Hart's jokes about his son funny?
About him bashing the thing over his
head? Because if he found out that
because he was gay, like if he found out he was gay.
Did you find that funny?
No, I did not find that to be funny. I did not. I personally did not find that to be funny, because I know that could be hurtful, and that's the reason why. Like when I heard it, I was like,
Okay.
Anyways, because you're trying to make me sound crazy. No, you're trying to make. Anywho, what I'm saying is, I personally don't have to support people. So I feel like sometimes when what people associate with quote unquote canceling, I didn't, but what other people I think associated with is like, that means that person is out of here and they can never redeem themselves. And that's not necessarily what I want my definition of canceling to be. So I'm gonna step away from that definition, right? I personally am gonna withdraw my support until I feel as if you've either like learned and grown from like your experience and you understand how that's not okay, right? Like what's that girl's name? God damn it, her name is like Gina something. She Rodriguez. I hope I am not sounding like. Yeah, I was really hoping I'm not sounding racist because like that sounds very like stereotypical like last name, and I'm really hoping that that's really her last name. I'm not trying to be prejudiced or anything, but I'm
not racist, but
I mean I'm not, and I can't be, but that's a whole different
episode.
Shut up. Yeah. So, okay. So like she sat there and she said the N-word, right? She was like rapping the Fugees or whatever. And the line like, Lauren says like, front niggas give me heebie-jeebies, or I think it's something like that. I know I'm fucking the flow up, but whatever. I think that was a line. So she said it and then she turned around and was like, I'm sorry if I offended anybody. So she didn't say like, I'm sorry for saying it. She said, I'm sorry for offending it. And then she has a like long, hey, this is how I personally feel. So you can't...
Oh, yes, I can. I can take anything you say.
But my thing is, like, there's a difference between saying, like, I apologize for how, like, for actually using it and really being sorry and understanding why, like, I don't, like, why people are angry and why she shouldn't be using it, like, as somebody who does not come off or announce themselves as Afro-Latina. Instead of saying that, she's like, I'm sorry for offending people, right? And I thought that was a really interesting, like, wording in general, but whatever, right?
Oh,
so, fuck what I was about to say. So she said that, and then like there's also this history of her saying the N-word and or trying to silence Black women and things of that nature. So she's had this history. So what I said was, okay, I don't necessarily have to like cancel you because you don't have to get the fuck out of. I mean, obviously you're still gonna be rich and you're still gonna have like roles and all this other stuff, but I don't have to support you until I feel as if, let's say, I don't want to say worthy of my support, but as a consumer, like you need me to support you in order to stay that way. So I personally am going to withdraw because I don't feel as if you're actually learning from your experiences. You see what I'm saying? So I started watching the show. Like, okay, you feel like you can use that word. You don't feel like, Black women have been trying to tell you how, like, when you silence them, they don't like it. Or when you use a certain word, Black people have tried to tell you they don't like that, but you keep doing it. You have a history of doing it. You're continuing to do it until you actually learn something, or I feel like you've actually learned something. I don't have to support you.
There's something you said.
And that's the evolved me.
There's something you said that I wanted to, subject. You said this is someone who said the N-word and didn't announce themselves as being Afro-Latina. So I was like, so if this person puts on this hat, they're allowed to, does that mean that they're more qualified
No,
to
it's
say
not
it?
about. No, it's not about it being a hat, but it's more about like I feel as if you understand and you relate more to like the culture, if that makes sense. So like there, especially I feel like in that community, like there's a I mean, you know, there's a big colorism divide. There's a big like racial divide between you know, Afro Latinas and then people who just feel like, or Latinx, excuse me, or and people who feel like they're just Latinx, right? They try and get rid of like that African part of it. I feel like those who actually embrace that side of it looked like you were falling asleep. I was like, you good over there, my nigga? Oh, it just looked like those who like actually embrace it, not look, but for those who actually embrace that side of being Black as well as being Latinx, then I can understand it, right? I do not take it from people who have nothing to do with Black people, don't want nothing associated with themselves about Black people, but then feel like they can say nigga. I don't think so. I'm not riding for it. Like, I know, what's her name? Mara La Negra. I cannot say anybody's name, but she comes off as Afro, not comes off. She says that she is Afro Latina. This is someone who embraces both sides of her. You know what I mean? Who's very like in both cultures. She, you know, she doesn't give any shit. That's where she identifies. If you're not identifying with it, I do not understand why you feel comfortable saying shit like that. I personally don't. So
no, that's the whole N word. That's an
interesting conversation
because I'm, you know, I'm not. I'm gonna have a very like different perspective. That's gonna be very not the norm now, but that could be what you think. So that's actually be a very good conversation.
Do you feel like other races should be able to say nigga, like for real?
I don't think anybody should.
Obviously, moving past that, do you feel as if other people should have the right?
That's the thing. I can't answer it in a other should because I don't think we should. So I can't answer that in that form. Does that make sense? Like I could, but that would be me implying that I can. That's what that question implies. Like I should. So that's why I don't want to just say no.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm. So I also, I'm not gonna say the nigga police. I'm not the yeah.
Okay. All right.
If that didn't sound so wild, that would be the name of the episode. but I'm not about to be out here telling people who can and can't say shit, say the word.
My thing is, okay, so when it comes to the N word, right? First of all, there's no other word that we have to censor and say the N word or like the Q word or the K word or
what's K?
You know, the derogatory term for Jewish people. So I
you see how well, never mind.
I personally said it because I don't want to say it, right? That's something that they do not want people to say, so I'm not going to say it, right? I know there are some people who have taken the word queer back, right? And they use it, and that's their prerogative. I'm not a part of that community, so I'm not going to say
I be saying
queer.
You give it a green light, bro. That's a quick way to bag everything up, so that's why I say I can't get in trouble with that one.
When you think of it that way, yes, it is. Like, I mean, I understand where you're coming from, but I don't think they would feel the same. I think I use it strategically, like when I know someone is literally saying they identify as that. So I'm saying this person is okay with me saying that, right? And I feel like sometimes that goes with the N-word, right? So if you're white, if you're, you know, Latina, if you're Asian, whatever the case may be, and you're turning around and you're saying it because one person permitted you to say that, you need to be saying it with that one person, because I really want you to understand that if you come over here and you say it and I didn't give you the green light to say that shit, understand that there's consequences.
So let me ask you
understand
this.
Go ahead. There's consequences that come. I'm just saying there's consequences that come with that, and be prepared to understand that, like, just because one black person gave you that green light, just like that one like queer person may have given you that green light, don't mean that you won't catch them hands from somebody else, because they have not permitted you to use that in their space. That can be harmful to someone else in that space.
So are you going to enforce that regardless of your situation?
What's my situation?
Like you
Tell
enforcing
me what it
that
is
with
first.
a 6'4" white person with a MAGA hat
I
on.
do not care. Do not say it around me. I will like lose my shit. I really will. I have lost my shit before, and I will do it again. Like this social justice aspect of me is not like a turn on, turn off type of thing in my mind. However, like I'm sure like to perception wise it might be, but for me, I think I've learned how to say things before. But before I've definitely like just blown up and be like, who are you to be saying that? I'll say I
My
don't care
issue
who
with
you are.
that
If
is
you're not black, who are you to be saying it?
my issue the reason why I asked it was because remember we had that conversation um about clothes or what you can wear, dress codes and things like that, and you're like, well, or like calling out sexual harassment in the workplace, and you're like, well, if I do this, then I lose my job. So I was like, let's say you're at work and your boss thinks it's okay to rap along and say the N-word. Does that same fear still apply?
Yeah, like yeah. First of all, we're gonna have the conversation right off rip. Like,
so where is that lack of fear in other aspects of your life?
What are you talking about? Lack of what?
Lack of fear.
Lack of fear of what? Like you're like I think what bothers me about the N-word is like so many people like they try to police us and how we're gonna feel about that word. Like I can say it to you and it be something like we've remixed it, we've recreated it, we've said, you know, this is what it is like, and this is a term of endearment for some people, whatever. You saying it to me gives me a different feeling.
I'm not debating.
What are the words I'm trying?
I'm not debating whether or not.
So my response is gonna be based off of how I feel. You saying it to me is one thing versus him saying it to me. Who are you to be saying something like that? You know the history behind it. Why are you're being harmful because you know better. At this point, there's nobody that should be walking on this earth that does not understand some shit like that. At least the basics of it. So if you're still using that, you're being harmful. I don't know who you think you are, but you are not going to say that in my space. And like I said, when I was younger, I may have blown up a little bit quicker. I may have said a couple more things, might have gotten fired. Now the conversation is going to be like, can you explain to me why you feel comfortable with saying that in this space with me, knowing like the historical like implications that has and all these other things that like play into it. And not only am I having a conversation with you, but now I'm going to of your boss. So now I'm playing different games. Like you want to say that shit, cool. Understand, like I said, there are repercussions and there are consequences. So if you want to say it, by all means, my guy, please let them shits fly. Know though who you're saying that to and what space you're saying that in, because for someone like me, that's harmful. You are fucking up how I feel and what that make, you know, all that oppression and everything like that. Understanding I'm coming correct.
I wasn't debating any of that.
Explain yourself because you got me hot.
No, wait. I let you go, but I was like, I wasn't debating any of that.
Explain yourself.
What I was asking you is, where is that energy? Where is all of that when facing other systemic pressures or injustices that you have said? And
in what sense?
I remember when I asked you, I was like, why would you not call out a boss who's sexually harassing you or bothering you? Or, well, I could lose my job, or this and that could happen. So I'm like, well, you could lose your job for calling out your boss for saying N-word. So then where is the difference for you?
See, the thing is, you said like if somebody's sexually assaulting me, correct? From what I remember that conversation.
Assaulting is another level. I'm talking about someone just inappropriately talking to you or looking at you inappropriately, things like more harassment level.
On the harassment level, because from what I can remember about this conversation, because that was damn near a year ago, but what I was saying was, depending on who you're talking to, right? I know if I go here in my job right now, if I was to say something like that, it would probably be taken seriously. Depending on where I'm at, though, depending on the type of person, what situation they're in, if they're in a male-dominated space, whatever the case may be, if you say something like that, you have to be willing to lose your job. You have to be willing to like lose your status. You know, like you have to like your security is now threatened. All these different things are happening. So I can understand why somebody who's being sexually assaulted might not say something, right? I can understand why I probably would not say something. It depends on my environment. Do I need this job? Like because some people feel like they can go on. For me, that the N-word is a hard no. It's a hard no. Like,
so there's levels.
Harassment.
There's levels for you. There's
for me, I will say that there's levels for me. But again, like I said, if someone was harassing me here at the job that I have right now, I'm saying something like, nah, it's a dub. If we were to rewind this a few more years back, and I'm, like you said, I'm in a whatever different type of job, I might have thought twice, depending on who my boss is, depending on who my boss's boss is. Will they even believe me? Because if they don't, I'm probably not going to say anything. Probably not. But I'm willing to lose my job over this, so it's fine.
I think, and one thing I want to say is before we, cause I think it's pretty much time to wrap this one up.
It dead ass.
Yeah. I like context, I guess the word would be. I want to say that, like, I'm not bringing all this up or like doing all this to like undermine you, or because I think listening to this whole conversation, everything that I say, sometimes it can kind of feel like I'm just constantly trying to just like catch you in something, and it's not really that. It's just the way I feel like the way me and you converse is like somebody brings up a comment or someone says something, and then we talk through every single
aspect of what you said.
and the way that's really critiqued is kind of being a contrarian. Okay, well, what about this or what about that? Because at the end of the day, like I'm
it's being the devil's advocate.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And it's like I really want to say that it's like, especially for me on my part, holding like dominant identities and things. It's like no matter what, I always say this in public, I will ride for y'all. If it's me and you, we're gonna discuss it. We're gonna go through it. We're gonna, you know what I mean? We're gonna argue about it. I just want this, and another reason why I think it's important to do this is because it's like, this is what goes on in the world. I think these are things that people don't talk about. I think that it's important to talk about bring the devil's advocate point of view, because this is what people think. And there's other people that have these questions, they have these thoughts, and they're like, well, what about this or what about that? You know what I mean? And it's like, but they don't feel comfortable saying it, because in our culture, if you bring up a contrary point, you get canceled. Mm-hmm. So I think I think it's just, I know for me, like I had the luxury of one, not caring. And then also, like, I had the luxury of being with, like, having a co-host like you that like allows me to just like disagree with you respectfully and go through all that. And I think it gives a voice to people who are learning and have these same thoughts and stuff like that.
I mean, and that's the whole point of Wine Night, right? Like when we originally created Wine Night, literally like the physical Wine Night, was so that we can sit there and we can have these conversations without having to be penalized. And like, I mean, I guess you could say we're being quote unquote brave because we're saying this in a public like forum type thing. For everybody to hear, and obviously it's still gonna be a little bit watered down because she ain't trying to lose her job. But like, I mean, but I want to be able to like do the shouting, and I want to be able to talk things through and laugh through it and cry through it and yell through it, because like you said, it's necessary. Like, one thing I've realized recently is I'm tired of old people telling me how I'm supposed to feel about stuff. So I got a lot to say and I'm gonna say it. Like, and I mean, and I'm sure like for our next episode, we definitely gonna get into old people telling us. Anyway, that's one way or the other, but that's the whole point of like this, so person me, I don't take none of this shit personal. I'm gonna scream and I'm gonna get a couple drinks and then go scream about something else. I don't give a fuck. You know us all love. You know I love you, daddy.
Nah, you thought I was gonna say it back, didn't you?
You said what happened?
I was gonna say it back, didn't you? But
I don't care if you say you don't love me. I will be here for the rest of the time. You understand? You can get another girlfriend, another wife. I don't care what you do. And I will be right here.
And next episode, y'all, is toxic relationships in the Black community. And how no means no. And I'm done with you means I'm done with you.
And how none of that matters when you really love them. Okay, bye, y'all. We'll see you next week.